Yeah, but a big point on the day, and especially in context of the week you've had, Sean.
Yeah, definitely. It's always tough coming down to this ground, and I know we've done well here over the last few seasons, but I thought the mentality was firm. We're a bit soft first half, but not much in it. I mean, we weren't giving lots away. We just didn't play quick enough. We didn't find a tempo in our game, played backwards too many times and let them kind of get a foothold in the game. They scored, soft goal from our point of view, it must be said. But then second half, the mentality was fantastic again, to take the game on from the very first whistle, which I asked them to do, and I thought they did. And then, the strength and the mental strength of the side, because as the game wore on, you wondered if they were going to try and sneak one, which they tried to, of course, but some of our defending was excellent from the front to the back.
Any argument about the goal? I suppose in this day and age with VAR, you can't argue about the goal, but not seen conclusively really whether it was on or offside. But
their goal?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it back, actually. I haven't seen it back. I'm just going to have to rely on the technology. Yeah. I do believe in it, but I'll have to rely on it because I haven't seen it back yet.
As you say, it was a terrific response. Start the second half, just immediately there to.
Yeah, we just didn't ask enough questions first half. Played square too many times. Played a bit soft. A bit slow with the ball too many times. Our pressing lines weren't as good, but second half I thought we really got about them and broke the play up on numerous occasions. Pushed them on the back foot on numerous occasions, and then played our own game and started to come into it. But the response at half time was terrific. To go out there with such clear-minded mentality in the first minute or two of the half. Kind of set the tone for us to have a better second half than we did first.
Yeah, well worked again. Lovely ball into Jay from Connor, and obviously has forced the own goal.
Yeah, I mean, we felt in the first half we didn't play into our strikers enough and not with enough quality. We did find Val a couple of times on the diag, but we didn't find it as many times as the second half. And just the general feel of it, I thought there was a sharpness to the second half. Look, we ask a lot of these players. We had a really, we've gone all the way down to Brighton, took hours, and then we came down here. Took us absolutely hours. I drove down, it took me 7. So, it's a big ask of these players, them sort of journeys. It's not ideal. We looked a bit sluggish first half, but a very, very strong response second half, I thought.
Yeah, I know Zaha hit the post, but you had a couple of half chances yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, I think Neku makes a big save from Val. I think he touches onto the bar. A couple of maybe openings. I didn't think it was a game of loads of clear-cut chances, but like I say, we've had a big week, an important week, and that's another point on the board. And I think it's only 1 loss in 7 now, so that's good for the mentality of the side and how we're going about it.
Yeah, how's Eric? It was a bit of a shame for him to come off after his recent performances.
Yeah, I'll just have to wait and see. I hope he's not too serious. And obviously Maxwell, hopefully he'll get more training days because he only had 1 training day this week. So we're hopefully he'll get, be clear now, and we'll try and get him properly fit. We are getting players back fit. That's good. Corky's put a big shift in. J-Rod's put a big shift in. We're asking a lot of these players, but they're delivering. I thought Aaron Lennon today, terrific again. He's enjoying his football. He looks like he's enjoying his football.
Spot on. Cheers for that, Sean. Safe trip.
Cheers.
Thank you. Alex James.
Hi, Sean.
Hi.
Just how pleasing is it to, as you said, then 1 defeat in 7, to picking up another point, put another point on the board, and just maintain that little bit of momentum that you've built for yourselves?
I mean, look, it's we ask a lot of these players with the game schedule, but I've told you before that I know the stats and facts. We're a super strong side when it comes to the physicality. The mind has to be clear as well. And first half, there was a few cloudy minds. I didn't think there was much in it with our performance other than that. And then second half, a great mentality towards it. And, we're getting a squad now back fit, we're getting players back fit. And that's important for us going forwards.
You mentioned Aaron Lennon now, and he's obviously been one player who's been particularly impressive in recent weeks. Just how pleased are you with his performances? And he's sort of rolling back the years a little bit, isn't he?
Well, I don't know about that because he's been good since he's been here. But what he is doing, he's applying himself to the challenge right in front of us. With his experience, he's still the fastest player at the club. He's driving at players. He's got back to that edge of going forwards more. For a very talented player, he sometimes comes square and short, and he's now stretching the pitch, breaking in behind, running at people, and he's forever honest. I mean, defensively, he does a marvellous job for the side, forever willing to work, and he's certainly getting the rewards for looking after himself all these years because he's a top pro and he's delivering very, very good performances.
Last one from me. You kept the same 11, obviously just rewards for the performance in midweek, but how difficult a call was that, given you're playing 3-game week this week, 3-game week next week, and obviously you had Ashley Westwood, Charlie Taylor back in the fold, and Maxwell around it as well?
Yeah, there was certainly no reward for in the week. It was just that Westie's hardly trained, having COVID. He said he felt fine, but had to make a judgment call on that. Maxwell's hardly trained at all. He's had one day, and we're trying to get him really fit, properly fit, without breaking, of course. Charlie's hasn't had a game, but he's had enough training time now, and he said he's clear and he feels strong. So, these are... It's still we're still going into the world of risk and reward somewhat against what we'd normally do, but we've got to do that with the amount of games coming up, because it's hard to even slot a recovery game or a fitness game, a reserve game, if you like, to get full minutes. We've been hard to squeeze them in, between the rest and recovery of the next game.
Lovely, thanks, Sean. Well done today.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alex. Daniel Matthews.
Hi, Sean. Just two quick ones. Did you say it took you 7 hours to get down today? And what was the actual message? No, what did you say?
I said it took me personally. I drove down last night. It took me personally 7 hours.
Okay. And what was the...
Got in and out of London.
Okay.
Got in and out of London with all that was going on in London last night. There was a couple of protests and all sorts. So it took them kind of 6 hours, I think, to get down via train and bus and all the rest of it.
Okay, thank you. And just what was the message at half time that you said you obviously wanted to clear their minds, but how did you elicit such a quick response?
Well, you can never guarantee a quick response, but what you're looking to try and guarantee is a change in the performance. And I think there was that. I just told them that they weren't far off. I said, look, the margins are tight in performance levels, and we were just playing a bit slow and played backwards too much. And then we built a momentum in the second half with a great start, of course. I never really come away from it. Home sides are bound to have a spell, and I thought they had a couple of spells where they seemed to threat without really opening us up. And then we've obviously attacked them a few times and created some good chances. So as an away performance, I think that's a decent one, and it's another good point on the board.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Cheers.